more to give, that's great, but just minimal $1, and we'll let you know how much we raise. But how much does the show mean to you? If it means $1 to you, give $1. If it means more, give more. But we're listener supported, 100%, and that's just the way it is. But we definitely need to hear from you. We're looking into 2018 and things we need to do to promote the show, get the show out there with advertisements. We have a handful, or maybe 6 or 7. I'd say a little bit more than a handful. But it doesn't even pay our internet bill, which is like $150, $160 a month just for high speed. Not to mention our website, our streaming service, our rent here, electricity, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars literally on building this control room for the show, literally. So I've invested a lot into the broadcast, and I'm not looking to recoup. I am just looking to just pay some mere bills and hopefully get some advertising out. So that's where I'm coming from. So if you can understand and would like to help out, certainly would appreciate it. But if you like the show, you're listening to the show right now, or whenever you're listening, if you can go to forthepeopleshow.com and give something, would really, really appreciate that. Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, is going to be recognized on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I have walked that Hall of Fame many times out in Los Angeles, and I couldn't think of a better guy to actually give it to. Does a lot of good. Started the Rock Foundation back in 2016 and has given millions of dollars of his time, energy, and effort to children that are suffering from leukemia, and has been involved with a lot of philanthropy work across the country and around the world. But Variety magazine reported Johnson will receive his star in a ceremony. Maybe you can be there. December 13th for his global box office success, for using that success to help others. Said not only does Dwayne have a great personality and talent, but he also does a great amount of philanthropy and work, which is part of the criteria for earning an immortal spot on the Walk of Fame. Walk of Fame ceremony producer Anna Martinez says Variety reported, we envision scores of photos being taken at his star by his fans. Johnson has starred in many different movies, including recent hits Baywatch and The Fate of the Furious, as well as the voice and roles in Disney Mona. He's also had roles in The Mummy Returns, Get Smart, and Hercules, as well as several other movies in the Fast and Furious franchise. Johnson was the highest earner and the actor in 2016 and was number 2 on the list for this year, according to Forbes. His movies have made almost $3 billion at the box office. A hugely popular professional wrestler known as The Rock. Before he began his film career, Johnson stated that the Rock Foundation in 2006 was his love of his life next to acting. So one of the criteria is helping other people, giving back. They did say that The Rock was going to possibly run for the president. Stick to acting, brother. Stick to acting, seriously. I mean, people could say that about Donald Trump, but there was a difference between Donald Trump and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and it had nothing to do with wrestling. It's that he had real-life experience succeeding in real estate and making, big deals, and they weren't on the screen. It's great that people can act and people can sing, and that's terrific. But it takes a little bit more of gusto and graviton to be able to handle the office. And you'd hear the left scorning and laughing hysterically, thinking, "Oh yeah, Donald Trump's dumb." They said that about Ronald Reagan. That he was dumb. Yeah, they called him what was it? A dunderhead. That was the big thing. And now he's revered. He's revered by Democrats everywhere. Ronald Reagan, they loved him. They didn't like him then. I truly believe history will show a different picture of Donald Trump. It'll probably be long after he's gone and buried that they actually start saying some nice things about him. I just think that, thinking of Donald Trump, he's a visionary. And a lot of visionaries, people can't see things. Short-sighted, small-minded. Donald Trump's neither of those. The guy who sees the future. looks ahead and sees and understands it and gets it, puts the pieces together, and has to act boldly, courageously. Andrew Jackson, we're doing a series of American heritage and these little vignettes that we put together many years ago. And it's great that we're using them on our broadcast. The idea was, when we made them, is we had hundreds and hundreds of affiliates at the time at the People's Radio Network, and we were going to give these to radio stations to air where they could tag it with a local advertiser. And I just think that these are so relevant, more relevant than ever. Just love the series. And we're up to number 34 today of a series of 50s for our first go-around. And supposedly there's a second disc. And if we can't locate the second disc, I'm going to write more. Unfortunately, Don Keyes, the legendary Don Keyes, lived in Dallas, worked for the Gordon McClendon group for many, many years. He voiced those, and he's passed. So we can't have him voice, but we're going to have to find somebody to voice it. But I'm going to write them and produce them. Your American Heritage. There's just so much heritage, and everyone's different. Everything has a theme. But Andrew Jackson, he had a fight on his hands. Yeah, I learned this morning. It's amazing what you can learn when you actually are listening. That he had a duel, Andrew Jackson, that is, and he said, "Go ahead and shoot me," and he went ahead and just put his hands in the air where he couldn't protect himself. He got shot. About 2 inches from his heart, actually carried the bullet for the rest of his life, while Andrew Jackson picked his gun up after he got shot, killed the other man. But he battled the media. He would cross things out. He would write back to the media and let them know that they were lying, that they were fabricating. And Andrew Jackson and Donald Trump, they're both fighters. Both of them. The similarities are incredible. So at his time, he was dueling some of the same wins, political wins, that Donald Trump has encountered from his counterparts. Not a surprise at all. And it wasn't a surprise to anybody that actually voted for Donald Trump that he'd actually get this treatment, as I call it. But it's because of the fact we've had a liberal and a Marxist, a guy 8 years in the White House, AWOL. Daddy's home now. Daddy's home. Yep, we were high-fiving Israel. We're kicking ISIS behind all over the planet. The economy has never been more robust. I mean, numbers you've never seen before, and continuing to go up. Unemployment down. Welfare down. Jobless rate down. Prosperity up. Homeownership up. Security up. The wall going up. Infrastructure improved. Great things are happening. You know, making America great again. It wasn't just a campaign slogan for Donald Trump. For anybody that's worked with him or is working with him, he's a visionary. Some of the things you may not see immediately, but they're coming, folks. These are the things that I mentioned that are here. And they're continuing to improve each and every day. The optimism, despite the negative folks that bash the president repeatedly, that's on them. If they don't care about the trajectory in a positive way to the country, they can't wish this president well. But I'll tell you, they were so quick to wish Barack Obama well, weren't they? Weren't they? Oh, but how dare you say anything bad about Barack Obama? The double standard. We got liberals every day saying, I hate Donald Trump. I hate him. I wish him dead. I hope somebody's going to take him out. I mean, I listen to what people say. I go out and about and listen. What folks are saying, they don't know what I believe, or but I hear what they believe. And it's just appalling. I mean, if anybody said I wished Barack Obama, they would be going crazy on you. But it's like acceptable to the left to wish the president ill will, to wish somebody actually kill him, especially in media. Not a good move at all. And it just really makes you wonder what they're made out of. And for anybody that believes that particular thing, what's in their heart. Not the kind of people I want to hang out. By the way, Walmart's changing their name. I'm not even kidding. The world's biggest retailer is announcing plans to change its legal name. Okay, its legal name, Walmart Inc., on February 1st, the start of its next fiscal year. Now, the tweaks, according to the company, reflects how customers commonly refer to the company. It supports its aim to serve customers both in physical stores and online. So right now it's Walmart Stores, Inc., and they're going to shorten it, all right, to Walmart Inc., not Walmart Stores, just Walmart Inc., February 1st. Why the change? Again, they say because of their growing presence as a retailer who serves customers no matter how they choose to shop, whether it's online or brick and mortar. Chief Executive Officer Doug McMillon said in a blog post on the company's website, most of us, and I'd guessed all of our customers, I'm guessing, refer to our company as Walmart. McMillon has sought to position the company as an e-commerce powerhouse, and they want to go against Amazon.com, their rival, by acquiring web retailers like Jet.com and many others, offering 2-day free shipping and hiring Ivy Leaguers to help run its internet operations. It's also teaming up with Google on voice-activated shopping. That push has led to online sales growth of at least 50% of the U.S. over the past 3 quarters, more than triple the pace of the broader e-commerce sector. And he goes on to say this action is simply harmonizing the corporate name with the customer-facing name on the stores, both physical and digital, said David Schnick, an analyst to Consumer Edge Research. The shift has been underway for some time. The company was known as Walmart Inc. when it incorporated in 1969. It was changed to Walmart Stores Inc. the following year when it went public, but that name isn't as relevant as it was in the past, according to Edwards Jones analyst Brian Yarbrough. McMillan said the change will not affect the cheer that employees commonly do during the some meetings. They spell out the name Walmart and shimmy their hips with reaching the hyphen known as the squiggly. It's important to have some fun at work for our associates in countries where your cheer calls for the squiggly. Keep doing it, the CEO said. All right, so not Walmart Inc., just Walmart, which people already call it. So, all right, not Walmart Stores Inc., but Walmart Inc., because people already say, we're going to go to the Walmart down yonder, down with the Ponderosa. This makes me laugh. I have friends in Southern Illinois, and I just remember in the early 90s, I was there, and that was the combo. It was outside of Vienna, Illinois, if you know where that is, outside of Carbondale and Marion, Illinois. But, yeah, they'd round up the van and head to the Walmart, going to the Walmart. That was big deal. There was nothing else there. And there was you remember the Ponderosa steakhouses? Yeah, I don't even know if they're still in business, but man, Ponderosa was like everywhere. Well, they had the salad bar. The steak was good. But that was big doings. For a lot of towns that really didn't have much going on in the downtown, but you go to Walmart, man, I mean, you got a million things on the shelf. You could spend the afternoon there, and then they had Subway or some hot dog or hamburger shop where you could get some food. It was a big doing. Get your shopping done and back home. Going down to the Walmart. Walmart's definitely changed, I'll tell you. I mean, they're all over the world, too. An amazing company. Sam Walton, it's definitely a different feel for anybody that's known Walmart or done business with Walmart for years. But Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, he drove the same pickup truck, old, broken down pickup truck, after all the success that he had, and continued driving that and was proud of it. He could have driven any vehicle that he ever wanted. And he reminded me of a guy who I had met in Charleston, Missouri.